welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing lunch freezer meals. Now the last 2 weeks we have done breakfast freezer meals. I will link those down below. So I'm super excited today to start lunch freezer meals. I hope that these videos give you some motivation. I hope you guys can stock up your freezers with me. Now jumping into these recipes. So the first thing we're starting off with today are some bagel pizza bites. And these are so easy to just take out of the freezer and put on a plate and microwave them or put them in the toaster oven. My kids really enjoy eating them, and I couldn't find any small bagels at the store, so I ended up making them up. And I will link that video down below. As you can see, I'm just starting off with cutting up the bagels. However, if you can find the small bagels at your grocery store, then you can definitely go ahead and do it that way, or even just use regular sized bagels. And once they're all cut up, I'm just gonna go ahead and add some pasta sauce or some pizza sauce, whatever you prefer, to the bagels. And as you can see, I have a little helper today. So we're just gonna work together and get all the pizza sauce put onto the bagels. Once the bagels have pasta sauce on them or pizza sauce, you can go ahead and add them to the baking sheet. Now we're just putting them on a baking sheet because this baking sheet's gonna go inside the freezer so that all the toppings and stuff can freeze before we package it. If you don't have a big freezer, you can put them on small plates inside of a smaller freezer. We're gonna go ahead and finish up these bagels, and then we will show you the next step. Now that we've gotten all the pasta sauce on the bagels, we're gonna go ahead and add some cheese and then some pepperoni. Now at this point you could add any topping that you like on your pizza, but we're just gonna go with pepperoni. Now we're gonna go add these into the freezer and leave them in there for about a half hour until they're frozen. Now that the bagels have been inside the freezer for about a half hour, we're gonna go package them up. And then these are all good to go inside the freezer. Moving on to our next lunch freezer meal is going to be chicken pot pie turnovers. Now starting with your pan on medium heat, you can go ahead and add 1/3 of a cup of butter to the pan. Now while that's melting, you can add your veggies, which is a stalk of celery and half an onion. Now you can go ahead and stir that up and cook for about 4 minutes, stirring occasionally. Now we're gonna add 1/3 of a cup of flour, slowly stirring that in. And you're gonna wanna stir that in really, really good. Now stirring in a 3/4 cup of chicken broth. And a cup of half and half. And you're gonna wanna mix this in really, really good so the flour doesn't clump with it. Then you're gonna wanna add in a 1/4 cup of cream cheese softened. And cooking this for about 1 to 2 minutes until it bubbles and gets a lot thicker. Like it's pretty thick right now, but you want it to get even thicker. Now adding in some pepper and adding in some salt and half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now you're gonna add in 2 cups of chicken. Now adding in 1.5 cups of frozen peas and carrots. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off the heat so we can work on our dough. On a lightly floured surface, you're gonna wanna start rolling out your dough. Now using a bowl that is 5 to 6 inches across, you can go ahead and make your circles. So there's 1 and 2 and 3. And then we're not gonna throw away these scraps because we can roll them back out for more. Now in a bowl, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of milk and an egg white. Now with your already pre-rolled dough, you're gonna go ahead and put that in the middle. And then I forgot to whisk up the egg white and the milk, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. You can either use your finger or just a little basting brush and go around the edges. And then fold it in together and push it all down. And with a fork, you can go around the edges.
Like a pizza pocket.
Like your pizza pocket, that's right. And there we go. Now with the leftover egg wash, you can go ahead and baste these and do the rest of the tops. And then in a preheated oven of 325, you can go ahead and bake these for 20 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you some motivation to stock up your own freezers. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.